Hi, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you the essential oil company that I use and why I use it. I'm going to share with you 5 things that I look for in an essential oil company, which bases my decision on whether I use them or not. I've got over 20 years of experience using essential oils from various companies, and today I'm going to share those 5 things with you that I look for. And stay tuned till the end because I'm going to share with you which company I'm currently using and which one is my favorite. I have essential oils, I've got them here in front of me, from 4 different companies. It's a little bit of a mishmash because I've been testing some oils out. I've been reading reviews. I bought a few of them from different companies to see and compare how they are to each other. So I'm going to talk to you about the companies that I've used in the past recently. We'll go over why, and I'll explain the 5 things that I look for in the essential oil companies. So years ago, I used to have a soap making company, so I'd buy essential oils to use in the handmade soaps that I made. When you're doing that, you use a lot of essential oils. So at that point is the time when I really started researching the benefits of essential oils and the therapeutic qualities of them, which ones were safe to use, for instance, in soaps and to have on your skin. So I was really quite well versed on them. That was over 20 years ago. So I highly recommend that you do your own research on essential oils. Essential oils are derived from plants. Even though there's so many benefits from essential oils, there's also plants that are toxic to us. And I'll use the example of poison ivy. So not everything that is natural and grown in the wild is good for you. It can be poisonous, it could be toxic, it could be irritating to the skin. The onus is on yourself to research what you put in your body on your body. But I'm just going to go over some things that I've learned and some of the things that I look for in essential oils. Maybe you can learn some tips from this. So one of the things that I first want is that the essential oil is organic or wild crafted. So what that means is that there's no added pesticides or herbicides. There's no chemicals sprayed on them to enhance their growth or to keep pests off them, because that's the last thing I want, is to have plants and then have them loaded up with some toxic ingredients that I'm going to be either inhaling or putting on my skin. So that's number 1. But one of the things though is, if you research this a little bit more, not all countries go through the same certification processes for organics. Some of the areas, they have wild growing plants and there is no pesticides and things like that used in those areas. So the companies that I buy my oils from are either wild crafted, meaning they get the oils and plants from an area that has no spraying done, or else that they're certified organic. So one of the two. And that's important, like I said, because you don't want to inhale more toxins than we already have around us, and you don't want to put them on your skin or even ingest them, because I know some people ingest certain essential oils. And that's another topic. You have to really be careful about what you ingest and put on your skin. Number 2, I look for essential oils that are not diluted or have any other fillers. Because with anything in this world where there's money to be made, there's going to be scams and there's going to be people trying to make a buck. So when you think of plants, how they get the oil out of the plant, I think the majority of the time right now they're using steam distilling. The amount of plant material that you have to get a little bottle of oil is incredible. So you can understand the cost involved in this. So what I want is a company that can guarantee that the oils that they have in their bottles are not diluted with anything else. That would require some testing to be involved. And also the reputation of the company, and you can read reviews and you start to know which companies you trust and the ways that they get their plant material. So that is number 2. Number 3 for me is that plants are grown in the countries that they are indigenous to and they're from. I don't expect certain plants to grow in Canada, North America, where I am. A lot of these essential oil companies will have to get plants that are grown in other countries and other continents because that's where they're from. That's another thing that I look for. So that in itself will add to the cost of whatever essential oil you're looking at, because you're looking at plants that are grown in other countries, other continents. I think a plant that's grown in the country that it's from, you're going to have a more, robust plant, a healthier plant than something that's been brought over and you try to grow it in an area that it's not, in a climate it's not accustomed to. It's just my preference. Whenever I can do look for a company that has that. I prefer that. And it's also a lot of these countries where they have the plants growing for essential oil companies, they're employing people to look after those plants. So that's a good thing too. So number 4 is I am looking for a company that is not an MLM, a multi-level marketing company. I have nothing against those types of companies at all. They're helping people become entrepreneurs. They've got a template set up so that the business is as successful as possible. I look at them as if it's a franchise. Just like all the chain restaurants and different shops that are around, the franchise has the template set out for the company, and you do have to pay extra costs to use the material that they've already set out. It's a blueprint for success. So that's how I see MLM companies. People are getting into being entrepreneurs, they're making money, and they're having a successful business model that's being presented to them. The only thing I have with them is to do all that, all those steps require extra increases in the price. So right now I am looking for an essential oil company that is a company that sells directly to the consumer, sells directly to me. So the research I have done is to look for companies that sell direct to the consumer, that are of the quality of these really well-known MLM companies, can be found in companies that sell straight to the consumer. So those are the kind of research steps that I've taken is to look for companies that have quality products. And number 5 was price. So I am not looking for the cheapest, best deal, because if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. So I do expect to pay for essential oils that are pure or organic or wildcrafted. You have to do your own comparison shopping, and when you find a company that you like, look at their oils and see how they compare to the higher priced oils in different companies versus the cheapest. I do believe that if you're looking for quality, you will pay some money for it, and that's why I have only a few oils, because I'm testing them out to see if I like them, because it is a costly venture if you're looking for good quality oils, no matter how you look at it. So those are the 5 things. Organic or wildcrafted, number 1, so they're not sprayed with any added chemicals. Number 2 is no fillers. You don't want any dilutants added to the oils, because one of the things you'll do yourself is if you're putting them on topically, you'll add a carrier oil. Number 3 is grown in the country that they were meant to grow in. And number 4, not an MLM company right now. 5, price. If it's too cheap, and it sounds like it's too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. So my question to you is, do you use any essential oils? Which ones? I'd be very interested. Leave me a comment, because I'd love to hear. I'm also going to leave you a link to a really good site called Essential Oil University. It's by Dr. Pappas. He is a chemist, and he's been at it since 1992, and his site talks about misconceptions, myths and facts about essential oils. His site, his company tests oils. So one of the things that if you're interested in having quality oils, you can ask for testing if they have the information on the analysis when they've done the testing. And I'm just going to read off what this testing is called, because it's kind of a tongue twister. It's called GC/MS test, gas chromatography, and I'm looking down at my laptop because I'm trying to say it correctly, mass spectrometry. I apologize if I said those incorrectly. If some of those tests have been done, a lot of times the company, if you ask or request for the results, they will provide that for you. So here, I'm going to give you a little peek of the current oils I have. This is actually pretty well the lot of them right now. A few years ago, one of my sisters got into selling Young Living. So I bought their starter kit, and I think it came with 11 oils, and I currently have 6 that have a little bit still left. I'm not going to go into details about the oils currently, but I just want to mention that I love Young Living oils. There's nothing wrong with them. The price is high. That's the reason I'm not purchasing a lot of them right now. I absolutely love the oils. I believe that they're excellent quality oils, but I was looking for something comparable, not at the high price that they are. And if my sister was still in it, I'd be supporting her. So the other company that I've used is called Sage. Sage is a Canadian company, and they have been around. Let me just look here, since 1992. The reason I've used them is because they've got little stores all around, so they're very well known in Vancouver, British Columbia, where I am, and they make excellent blends. One of the favorites from blends from Sage is their Spa Spirit, which is a blend of grapefruit, eucalyptus, and benzoin. That one does make your place smell like a spa. So that's one of my favorites. The next one is Revive. I've got 5 oils from Revive right now. I found this company because I was doing my research looking for comparable companies to Young Living and doTERRA, and I wanted something that was excellent quality but selling direct to the consumer. So I found Revive, and it's a company in the United States, and they ship to Canada. The prices are excellent, and they have comparison charts if you're looking for something to match one of the MLM companies. I love their oils. They're a company that if you give them the lot number and you request the analysis of the oil, they will send you the results of the testing. All their oils are either organic or wildcrafted also. This company fits the bill for what I was looking for in those 5 things. I love them, and they smell great. I diffuse them in my diffuser. The 4th company that I have is Vitruvi. This is a local company for me, Vancouver, British Columbia. And the reason I went with their oils is, well, number one, I was seeing their ads, and they have some excellent oils, essential oils. They don't have a huge variety of oils. They have some blends. The blends are in the white bottles, and this one happens to be pine, lemon, and clove. It's called Clean Sweep, and it's really nice. I diffuse this quite a lot. And then I bought a few just to compare, just singles. I have lemon and I have tea tree oil. I use tea tree oil for cleaning. So this company also, it's local to me. The price is great. They're organic or wildcrafted, and they fit all the 5 things that I was looking for in an oil. To answer the question, which one is my favorite? Right now, my favorite is Vitruvi and Revive. Those are the 2 places that I'm going to be buying my oils from. And one is the American company, the Revive, and Vitruvi is here from Canada and Vancouver area. Those are the ones that I will continue to buy and support. And my favorite essential oil diffuser is the Vitruvi Stone Diffuser in white that I got a few months ago. If you're interested in topics like this, subscribe to my channel. My next video is going to be about essential oils, the ones I currently use, why I use them, and how I use them. If you are interested in plant-based lifestyle, I do have a free resource for you, so you can download it. The link is in the description box. It's all about getting started on a plant-based lifestyle. There's things in there from videos to books to podcasts that talk all about plant-based living. And I hope to see you in my next video, so have a great week, stay healthy, bye. Mass spectrometry, that's not right. Mass spectrometry. Okay, so here I'm gonna give you a little peek at what I currently have. Okay, that's an accident.